Payday here, and thanks to Youngblood Power Sports here in Ozark, Missouri, I get to do a first time riding the 2016 Kawasaki Vulcan S. Cue the intro. The first thing I notice when getting on this bike is the low seat height. After that, they've got the pipe to where you're not burning your leg on it. We'll walk it out. We got a bump here. Test that suspension. Oh yeah, suspension's pretty good. We don't want to deal with that construction over there, so we're gonna go left here. I'm not used to a cruiser, by the way. I ride a sport bike, so I want to go ahead and let you know my bias immediately. This isn't normally my kind of ride. So when I was turning out of the lot there, stuck my foot down and kicked off. They're probably watching like, oh boy, why do we let that guy ride our bike? This is set up for a standard, a guy about my height. Really comfortable. So engine braking's pretty hard. Notice that immediately. You definitely want to throttle blip. We're in first gear. Yes, I did warm up the bike. I definitely noticed the torque on this bike. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's around 45 maximum foot-pounds of torque. It's got a parallel twin 650cc engine in it, much like the engine in the Ninja 650 actually. We're going to take this on a curvy road. See how it feels in the curves. So it's very fun to get on this bike. It's one of those bikes that puts a smile on your face. These mirrors, oh my god, I can actually see what's behind me. That's nice. Sitting here at this stoplight, it's crazy. My knees are almost at a 45-degree angle. I have to say, I really like cruising around on this bike so far. Pretty comfortable. So I've gotten 6 going 53. On my sport bike, I'll shift up to 6th gear because it starts vibrating real bad once you get over 6,000 RPMs. But this bike, you know, I shift up to 6 to get to the lower RPMs. 4,000, it's just vibrating the heck out of my feet. Yeah, even in 5th gear. Yeah, this bike definitely likes to be in the middle of the rev range. Here's a nice little turn. See, this is a blast in the curves. It's nice that I'm not scraping pegs. I was riding behind a Honda Fury a few days ago, and that guy, he could barely get his bike over. He's just always scraping. He ended up crossing over the yellow lines a couple times because of it. So yeah, if you live you know, here out in the Ozarks, We don't have mountains, we have Highway 125 going towards Arkansas, and it's just a blast riding on those roads, on those curves, and I would love to take this bike out there. The brakes feel good. Probably getting looks sitting on this cruiser with my Icon jacket and my Icon helmet. Yeah, I'm so used to a sport bike that, here we go. This bike doesn't have a whole lot of miles on it, so, and I think I'm just not used to having my feet in front of me, so sometimes I miss the shift there. This bike definitely gets up to 50 miles per hour, 60 miles per hour in a hurry. It's a lot of fun. What I was saying is I'm so used to a sport bike that I'm having a hard time on the turns because I go to put my feet behind me, and well, that's not where the pegs are. They're so far in front of me, and it's not used to it. So if you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, yeah, that's why. Once you get your feet up there though, it's nice. It's comfortable operating the brake lever and the shifter. I have to say though, even with these nice riding boots on, those vibrations really come through my feet. That might get old after riding for a couple hours. I wouldn't recommend riding in tennis shoes in the first place, but I definitely wouldn't do it on this bike, even though you can reach the ground real well. See, now this is, I can tell really what this bike is for. It's a midweight cruiser. It's definitely something you want to ride around town. You wouldn't want to go on a long highway ride with this. It's a 500-pound bike. I think it's the lightest bike in its class, and you know, that's a good thing and a bad thing. On the highway, the wind's gonna be blowing you around a little bit, but it's really fun to ride through town and in the curbs. It's really a sweet looking bike. This is a 2016 Urban White, I believe. Urban City White or something. Really slick looking bike with the black rims. And I can say I don't see my butt going numb after riding on this thing for an hour. I ride a 2007 FZ6. Last time I came here was a cop pulling someone over. I rode a 2007 Yamaha FZ6 and my butt gets tired after an hour. And same with my wife's 2014 Ninja 300. Butt gets tired. This seat's pretty comfortable. I wouldn't mind taking that hour-and-a-half trip to Arkansas. I think it's only a 3.7 gallon tank. What's cool is it'll tell you your average mile per gallon. It'll tell you what you're getting as you're driving. And it'll also tell you your range. So I've got about 124 miles left on this tank. So that's nice. If you need to know when to fill up, it'll tell you. You're not waiting on a gas light to come on and surprise you. Now I will say, even though this isn't the kind of bike I'm used to riding, it's not very easy to stall this bike. I can tell this is a very beginner friendly bike. Now there is a torque there that could get you in trouble if you're twisting the throttle a lot. You know, it's such a low seat height. Like I said earlier, you don't have to worry about burning your leg on the pipe, the exhaust pipe there. And I'm not classifying this as a chick bike by any means, but you know, if you've got a girlfriend or a wife or something that you want to get into riding and you're looking at a first bike for, or maybe your son, or maybe even yourself, this is definitely an option. Something else about this bike that I think makes it really competitive is the price. And I'll put that right here. Being such an affordable bike, I can see why a lot of people might pick this up. I can tell this bike feels comfortable in the middle of the rev range. Once I get, you know, down to about 4,000 RPM, it kind of just chugs along a little bit. So it definitely likes being around 5. The vibration doesn't really come through the seat that much. That's really nice. A little bit in the handlebars and, like I said, the foot pegs as well. The suspension feels really good. I hit a bump and I don't really feel it in my back. Now you can get this bike in ABS if you'd like. I think it's about $500 more. Yeah, I'm going 55. The wind's really not bothering me, much to my surprise, and the wind noise isn't too loud either. See how this turn feels. See, I really like leaning this bike in the turns. It feels really good doing that. This is definitely made for riding through town and through the twisties. I believe I'm in third gear going 50, 6 grand. Let's see how it pulls. Yeah, it pulls a little bit. Let's put her down in second and see how she does. So 45, here's a pull. It's a lot of fun. I really like this bike. I'm actually surprised, being a sport bike guy, how much I like this bike. You know, I haven't been totally honest with you. I actually came here over the weekend and they were doing a demo ride and I got to ride the Vulcan. And I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it so much I actually wanted to ride it again a little longer and be able to talk about it. I'm really surprised how good this feels in the corners. I probably don't need to tell you that again though. We're gonna pull over at this gas station and get a look at the bike. And then after that, we're gonna get it on the highway to see how it does. We got 119 miles on the range. It's really nice how it tells you that. Holy crap, this bike only has 13 miles on it. Yeah, I can see the shifting getting smoother the more this bike is ridden. I'm on their demo bike right now. I like that. It tells you how much fuel you have. I like Kawasaki, how they have on their tachometer the blue needle. I think that looks good, and it really stands out at night too. Really helps at night. Yeah, it's nice. I put my legs down and they're really not getting hot. You're not getting burnt by the bike. Pull over here and take a look. I'm really having fun on this bike. I hope I see someone I know. They can see me on this sweet looking bike. I will say I'm not, you know, real impressed with the sound of the pipes. We'll rev it a little bit. We won't rev the crap out of it, but we'll let you hear it. Let me figure out the kickstand. There we go. Yeah, getting off this bike, very easy. Something about my taller sport bikes that I ride, sometimes I get in a little bit of trouble. I think I'm gonna drop my bike because I go to wheel it back and my foot might slip on gravel or the ground might be a little uneven and I'm on my tippy toes. It's hard to keep the bike up. And this bike, I don't have that problem. And really, it doesn't feel 500 pounds either. What a sweet looking bike. Now, I wasn't going to talk about this because I was a little confused on how it worked, but since you guys might be a little confused on how it works as well, I'll go ahead and talk about it because I had Chris go over it with me. This bike has something that's called the Ergo Fit. Now what that means is, right now it's set up for standard. Let's say you're a shorter rider. When you go to the dealer, they do this for free, by the way. They'll replace the seat with a thicker seat. This will be a little thicker so you're not sitting as far back. Now if you're a taller rider, it'll take about 2 inches off the seat. I believe there's 2 different adjustments for the foot pegs. So if you're a taller rider, they'll move them out more. You're shorter, they'll move them in. Same thing with the handlebars. If you go and purchase this bike, if you're thinking about it, if you're watching this video, you might be, and you're a shorter rider or you're worried about having to pay for a new seat or things like that, Kawasaki will take care of that for you, or Youngblood Power Sports will. There's that. I really like this white though. I'm a big fan of the white paint jobs. Well, let's go ahead and hear how it sounds. Like I said, I'm not real impressed with how it sounds. Sounds alright. Like I said, I'm not gonna rev it too much. Actually seems a lot quieter when I'm riding it. You don't have to wear earplugs while you're riding because your bike's so dang loud. I guess that's alright. I really like that it's out of the way. I'm not burning my leg on it though. So there's a parallel twin 650 engine. I really like the black with the white. Really sweet looking bike. You guys are probably ready to see what it can do on the highway though and hear my thoughts on that. Wonder what the horn sounds like. Pretty standard. Yeah, I guess it sounds alright. I can't hate on the sound. You can tell I'm not used to the cruisers though, because every time I come to a stop I wiggle my handlebars. That car almost, I swear she was coming over on me. If you could see that, that was a little worrisome. I wasn't even in their blind spot. Oh, texting and driving. It's not cool, man. I'm trying to, hopefully the camera's picking it up. Everybody's looking over at me. So you definitely get, oh, he didn't look. What the heck, man? No, anyway. This bike will get you some looks for sure if that's what you're going for. I'm actually surprised I haven't stalled this bike. We'll let this texting driver over. Actually, my lane ends. Yeah, this bike doesn't have any problem getting up to speed on the highway. Here, let's get up to speed. This bike definitely has some passing power, man. Wow. I'm in 6th gear right now. Going, you know, 75. The bike seems like it does well on the highway. Now the wind, I'm not really a fan of that right now. Man, I can cruise at these speeds easily in 6th gear and still have passing power. Let's shift it into 5. Going 70, here's a pool. Yeah, if you've got a pass, you're gonna have no problems with this. It's going to 4th, going 70. Yeah, it still has some pull in the 70s. Definitely a fun bike. I'm not gonna see the top speed or anything. I'm actually going a little faster right now because I've got this Yukon on my butt. I wouldn't ride this thing on the highway too long. I wouldn't want to do it more than 30 minutes for sure. But that's not really what it's made for. Oh great, there's stuff in the road. Freaking step stool off the lawn chair. I'll have to call that in. I don't know, guys, this is my first time doing a review. Not only that, I'm reviewing a bike that isn't typically what I ride, to be honest. It can make it a little bit of a challenge when trying to think of what I really want to talk about. But it's really exciting to get the experience of riding a midweight cruiser. I really like this bike, to my surprise. When I get older and my back starts hurting, I'm definitely gonna have to look into a bike like this because it's a lot of fun. You know, like I said, man, the cons for sure are the vibrations, but I mean, you're probably thinking every cruiser's like that. I guess I'll have to ride a couple more and compare, huh? Alright, let's do a pull. Yeah, this bike's a lot of fun, guys. I just want to end it on that note. It's a ton of fun. Thank you, Young Blood Power Sports here in Ozark, Missouri. Thank you so much for letting me try this motorcycle out today. The 2016 Vulcan S. It's been a blast today. Also, this, was my first time doing a review such as this, and I want to hear what you guys think. How did I do? What did you want me to talk about? What did I talk about too much? Oh yeah, that suspension's nice. Give me some feedback, guys, because I really enjoy doing this. I want to keep doing it. Ooh, and the shade that's illuminated looks really cool. I'm gonna keep finding stuff to talk about. I won't be able to end this video if I don't stop now, so thanks for joining me with this first time ride. See you next time.